Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrade.com. It is Friday, the 7th of July. This is your weekly update. If you want to join us, link in the description below, smartoptiontrade.com. Let's talk about this week. It's been a holiday week. We had a half-day session on Monday. It was very quiet. Markets were closed Tuesday. We had a gap down on Wednesday. We held serve. We gapped down on Thursday. We came off the lows, and today we came back and filled this gap. And we had talked about a possible island top on the SPY. That's been negated. That's gone. And the market overall here is just still continuing to kind of hold in and getting games. And you can see this market doesn't want to get heated. It remains a very neutral from a sentiment perspective. And when you see that, the move is generally higher in general. We go into next week. We have a big week. We have CPI on Tuesday, PPI on Wednesday. Earnings season kicks in Thursday, but really Friday with the banks. So let's start off the VIX here. Oops. I pointed out early this week to members that the Bollinger Bands were as tight as they get. We broke to the upside. We had a one-day big push out of the Bollinger Bands, and here we are back in it. Typically, that means risk on. Bonds continue to get trashed, and the yield, the interest rate now at 4.94, when it hit 4.94%, and the market didn't care. And I think that's the big thing you all have to recognize here is the market doesn't care. The market doesn't care about job data anymore. The market doesn't care about inflation data anymore. The market doesn't care about what the Fed says anymore. The market's accepted. They're going to raise 0.25 in 3 weeks in July, and the market just doesn't care. And you need to tune this out at this point. Just focus on what's in play. So what was in play today? We talked about watching the banks, specifically JP Morgan. JP Morgan, nice push up here, left a little island bottom here where it gapped down and gapped up, and nice move there on that one. Rivian had a nice day today, big move there, well out of the Bollinger Bands. Let's talk about for the week. Meta today, this week, pushed up to a new high in this area here, couldn't quite hold it, but a nice big push there on that one. Okay. This whole thing with Threads. Is Threads a Twitter killer? I don't know. Nobody knows. They have 70 million accounts created in 3 days, but that's also because if you have an Instagram account, it makes it simple to create a Threads account. Is Twitter in trouble? Maybe. Can Twitter work its way out of it? Yes. Personally, I think the best thing that can happen with Twitter is they find a partner like Google that comes in, takes a piece of their business, and fixes it for them. And Musk steps back into just owning it and letting it work. But that's not going to happen, and that's just the nature of it. In the meantime, can Meta capitalize on this? I don't know. You know, Meta has a history of great successes and spectacular failures. And so you have to kind of read into this and say, we'll see. It's going to take time to tell. Speaking of Tesla, Tesla still holding in very well despite dipping into the gap yesterday. It held in, it's still holding here. Nothing wrong there. Apple yesterday, nice day. Today pushing higher, just no power. Amazon was one of my calls this morning, running into Prime Day. It still has to get into this gap at 130, 140. It's pushed in a couple times. It can't go. What else today was really good here out of the gate? The IWM has had a nice move up after looking like death. A nice move up here. Still sitting in a couple of the calls I bought earlier today. Help me out, guys. What else did we trade this week? What else looks good out there? I'm kind of brain dead here today. AMD gave some nice trades earlier this week. And NVIDIA has a push back up, but no power. Same thing with NVIDIA. Neither one of those really want to go. Microsoft yesterday had a great day. We were all over that one on that upgrade from Morgan Stanley. DraftKings is having a nice day. It's a good point, Taz is saying in the room. But nice big candle here going back to a new multi-range high. We talked about Rivian already, Sam. I mean, the market overall is strong. It's just very name specific. And today and Fridays have been generally where big tech takes the day off and other things run. So with that said, I'll put some charts up on Sunday for you guys. And next week we have a full week. It's no more days off now in the markets until Labor Day weekend. So I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful weekend. And if you want to join me, smartoptiontrading.com, link in the description below.